Hello, watch lovers, and you know what time it is. And in case you hadn't noticed, I am not Spencer Dwyer. I don't even know how to say this anymore. Good evening, Kaylee.
Hi, guys.
Great to be back. Well, I mean, what can we say? Spencer's not well.
No, there's a massive cold going around the office.
You've got a massive bug going around the office.
Mental.
So Spencer's Spencer, if you are watching from your bedroom, which you're probably not, you're probably asleep with like night nurse, wishing you better and hope you're feeling well soon. So we pulled in Braden as a substitute. Yeah. And then what happened?
He got ill. He wasn't in either.
Yeah, Braden's also ill, so he's also not joining us. So it's a very good evening from Kaylee and Gav. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. How you been, Kaylee?
Yeah, good. How have you been?
Yeah, not too bad. Let's just say welcome to everybody on a Monday night. Great to have you all with us. I can see all the boys are in the chat. Geezer, Ian Nicholson, Greggy Boy, Rara. Good evening, Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland. Good evening, Nick Coleman. I'm hoping that Paul's going to join us this evening somewhere in the chat because, he's feeling a little bit better. I had a little bit of a chat with him yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, he's had...
You had that surgery, didn't he?
Yeah. Did you hear what he had done?
I don't really want to know.
You don't want to discuss the finer details?
No, thank you.
I nearly threw up in my own mouth yesterday when he was telling me.
Stop it.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Guys, if you do have any questions for Kaylee or Gavin, and we do have a special guest on just a little bit later, then do pop them in the comments below. We'll try and get around to each and every one of them. Look, I had in here, fricking Spencer's ill. So thank you, Braden, for stepping in, and a shout out to his mum, Joanne. And he hasn't turned up.
So
can you believe it? So Braden, we hope you're feeling better as well. Should we start with what's on your wrist?
You want to go first?
No. Oh yeah, I can. Oh,
okay.
you are surprising me tonight, aren't you? Okay, so on Gavin's wrist tonight, those who came down to the watch show a couple of weeks ago would have seen I was wearing it, but Gavin has ended up with this little puppy. What does everybody think of the new watch on the wrist? It's a rose gold Sky Dweller with a champagne face, and I have been wearing it and I'm absolutely loving it. Funny to replace my moon swatch.
Yeah, I mean, it's one extreme to the other, but
I'm a bit of different ends of the scale at the moment, but I've absolutely been enjoying this. It actually looks yellow gold on here for some reason with my camera on my iPhone, but it's rose in case you can't see it. But yeah, super happy, super excited, and luckily the title of tonight's show is our Rolex collection. So
yes. Is this part of it?
It is now. It's been added into the let's call it the joint collection. Kaylee, what are you wearing there?
I don't think... Can you just have one guess? Out of anything in the vault, obviously normally I wear what I normally wear.
Well, can we narrow it down first? Is it Rolex?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to say you've gone for a Batgirl.
No. Close your eyes.
All right. I'm closing my eyes. It's going to make a big difference. Go on.
No, it is.
Have I got to handle it then?
Yeah. I'm going to pass it to you.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look.
Don't
otherwise,
drop it.
Ian will kill me for dropping it. Oh, interesting.
Isn't it? I thought, different.
You've gone for an Air King.
Yeah.
Why have you gone for an Air King, Kaylee? Because it's just something different.
Yeah.
Because it was in the drawer.
I didn't know what to pick, and I was like, and just saw it, and I was like, okay, I'll wear that.
Wow, actually, that is rather beautiful. An Air King, yeah, it is. It's rather beautiful, and for once, because you've been wearing it, it's ticking. It's very, very nice, Kaylee. Not something I aspire to own. I have to be honest with you, probably because I've got my Milgauss, which is
pretty similar.
Kind of like my my similar sort of similar looking watch.
Very popular though, Air Kings.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Still, yeah,
it is, isn't it? Mike Lewis, beautiful watch, bit too bling bling. Absolutely right, it is. Wow, beautiful, absolute class. Gav, well done, says Kid Mumbo. It's not December already, is it? Well, it feels like that. Nick Coleman, Gav, you big hitter. Gav started with no real interest in luxury watches, now has a solid gold Sky Dweller. Lol, well and truly bitten by the bug. Classic Nick picks. I was just saying to Kaylee while we were having dinner before that I've realised that since the start of the summer, embarrassingly, I've bought 17 watches. and I am a little bit embarrassed to say that because... And I've been given a few as well, very kindly by some of the viewers when we've had them on the show. But it's like the watch rotation is getting a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Like what to wear on a daily basis. And of course, they're all very much, lower end of the scale, but equally as pleasurable to wear.
You've still bought 17 watches.
100%. Well, 17 new.
Yeah.
17 new, like a cupboard space is becoming a bit of a premium.
I think maybe just have a slow down for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas.
I am thinking, but it's a horrible, horrible bug. And for those that didn't see last week's show. I bought a new bicycle.
You bought another one.
I bought a bicycle, didn't I?
Oh, sorry, I was on about you.
Oh no! Oh, we'll get to that later. I'll get to that later. Yeah. I bought a new BMX to basically just sit around and gather dust. But have a look at last week's show. If you were into BMXs back in 1982 and 83, I think you'll like the look of what I managed to pick up.
I was really confused. I thought you bought it do you know what I mean? Like found a really old one and bought it from then, but you're like, no, you bought it new. I was like,
yeah. JB says, great Sky Dweller. What's your opinion on the age-old question? One off the wrist before one on the wrist, or one on the wrist before one off the wrist. Great way to keep the movement ticking.
Pardon?
Yeah, I know. It's like a...
Sorry, that was like a riddle. I didn't understand.
Can I tell you? I thought it was a riddle, and I thought it was going to be some sort of like some weird rude, connotation at the end. But there we go. Good evening, Britt Pierce. How are you? Gav, you've caught the bug. 17 is wild. No, that's 17 new ones. Yeah, it's a bit... To be fair, some of them are on the lower end of inexpensive. So... Yeah. Greg Rouse Spencer, Gavin is paying you too much. Yeah, could be right. Yeah, interesting. So, here we go. Greggy Boy always wanted a mongoose. That is next on my list, Greggy. Come and have a look at me. Or a PK Ripper. That could be next for me as well. Kaylee, before we move on, just tell me what's been going on, because we were having a chat over dinner and you said to me, God, what's going on? Pepsi's.
I've gone crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone wants one, can't find one, and we're just stuck.
Yeah.
Like...
So we spoke about, you said it's really interesting. I said to you, you said you're being offered a lot of a certain type of watch.
Yeah, like Rolex. The same, like not in a black, the same ones. I think Rolex release the same. Do you know what I mean? Like get a call and then for the next 2 weeks, that's the only watch
everybody's getting.
Keep getting offered. But Pepsi's, everyone wants a brand new Pepsi on a Jubilee at the minute. Everyone.
Really?
We've got some, but the like 2020, 2018, but everyone wants like 21, 22.
Yeah.
And prices for them, like trade prices, trying to get them from like, do you know what I mean? Like try and source them.
Yeah.
Prices are like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not really
when you
sure
say
why.
crazy, just sort of crept up again.
No. Like they were, say like 15.
I can't say what crazy is anymore. What's crazy?
Say like I could possibly buy one like 15 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now people are like now offering them at like 17.
Right. Okay. So there's a bit of a tickle up in them.
Like just, I don't know why.
And what's happened in general over the past few months, because you've now had a price rise in the actual market, and prices didn't really move, and now they just started to tickle up again.
So they're going up slightly, which you can see, I think, because obviously, like you said, the list price went up. So just trying to like follow on from that. But I will say something that's really weird that I said to you at dinner.
Yeah.
So all of these new watches are being released and people are being offered them. Should I tell you one watch that I have not seen and have not been offered?
Go on.
The new James Cameron model, the 13660. No one.
You haven't seen one since it was announced?
No, and also people are still going to their AD for a James Cameron and getting the older ref.
Really?
That's strange, right?
Well, I would have thought it would be...
Yeah, so did I.
Did it get discontinued?
Yeah, so the 12660, it's obviously discontinued because they brought out a new model number, which is now 13660. But they're still being offered the 12. So I think they might have like a backlog. And they obviously will get rid of the 12 and then they'll filter out the 13s.
I'm sure we'll get torn to pieces on that in about 10 minutes by someone saying
Please
that's
don't hate me.
rubbish. Yeah, don't hate on Kaylee. She's a good girl, really. Let's give you that watch back before I do something terrible with it. It's interesting, actually. So everything's had just a tiny little tickle up in certain little spots, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Platinum Daytonas, they've gone up slightly.
Yeah.
I think everything's just gone up. Do you know what I mean? Just gradually, because obviously the list prices of them have. Uncle Jonga, good afternoon from New York City. Wow, that's a place I'd like to be right now. The Big Apple. One of my favourite places on the planet. Jonathan Adamson says, with a new Rolex so hard to obtain at an AD, should we that are lucky enough to already own one be happy with that instead of wanting another Rolex? I mean, it's personal preference, really. Don't you think it depends on how bad your bug is? Yeah, that's what I mean. That's personal. More importantly, like how deep your pockets are, as I'm finding out. Yeah. Because it can be a very... Well, you said it's a bug, so once you get one, I think it's like addictive. Yeah. It's like lip filler. It's like lip filler and nails. Yeah. No. No? Is lip filler addictive? Yes. Really? So when you get them done, they're really swollen and they look unreal, right? Yeah. And then like 2 weeks later they go down and you're like, I don't like them, I need them redoing again. You don't, it's because you like how they look when they first get done. I've taken to the opinion I'm never going to fiddle with myself. Okay, that sounds strange, but okay. No, but I'm just doing, if Yeah.
I don't know. What was I going to say? If I get line, listen. I didn't go for the hair transplant.
No.
I'm definitely aging.
I mean, I love a bit of filler.
You got to be happy. Uncle John says no Rolex anywhere in New York City at the main ADs. Mike Lewis, hello, Gav from Scottsdale, Arizona. Another favourite place that I have been to. Scottsdale's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Great to have you with us. Britt Pierce, Nicola, right? She's saying reference numbers like it's her mother tongue because Nicola said, "Get Kaylee with her expert knowledge." You go, girl.
Thank you.
Brittany, we are very much looking forward to having you join us next week, our little friends. Looking forward to seeing you and looking forward to having a chat about all things in the watch world, which is going to be really, really super exciting. I am praying that the boss man is better by then because actually he's never normally really ill,
No,
is
he's
he?
never ill, ever.
For him to take a day off
is big. He's ill.
He's not alive.
And I haven't heard from him. No. So he's ill.
Yeah. He's definitely got the sniffles, hasn't he? Yes, that's lovely news. Brits will be joining us next week, and we're looking forward to having her. Right. The BQ Rolex 5. I said to you and Spencer, then I said to you, Spencer, then to Braden, pick out the 5 watches you think best make up a Rolex collection. And for you, what would be your top Rolex collection? So let's kick off with number 1. Kaylee, for your number 1, you picked out a Rolex Gold Daytona Green Dial 116508, the John Mayer.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the viewers know I'm obsessed with this watch.
You're Molly May, aren't you?
Well,
Molly May all the way.
Yeah, wish, but I just love it.
But as one of your 5. Now, it's interesting because I've done my 5 in not reverse order.
Oh.
I've gone from like starter entry level.
Oh, I've gone like high end.
You've just gone totally high end.
Quite majority of mine are high end.
Yeah. It is,
and also, I nearly sent you a Patek, and I was like, oh no, it's all Rolex.
It's Rolex. Yeah, it's really. But this watch specifically, I mean, I also love this watch. Although interesting, it's not in my top 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would sell a kidney for it. And you only need 1 kidney.
You'd sell a kidney for that?
Yeah.
Roughly speaking, because today's price is not tomorrow's price. Where is that watch? I remember it went mad.
Like 75?
75, which almost sounds like a bargain.
Almost.
Yeah.
But still
almost
75.
Sounds like a bargain. I must stick my name down at an AD for one of those one day and see if I can get that. Before probably I get my no date sub that I tried for 2 years for and still not.
Maybe one day.
Still not again. James, flick over to number 2 for us, please. Number 2 on your list is a... I'm looking at the wrong place. Here we go. A Rolex Date Wimbledon dial. Date just, sorry. Rolex Date Just Wimbledon dial reference 126334. This is number 2 on your list.
I haven't done them in order.
No, I can see. But interesting, if you were saying you were creating your own 5 Rolex watches, that would 100% be one of your 5.
100%.
Why?
Because actually, I think it's a good day-to-day watch. I wouldn't necessarily rock around, do you know what I mean, wearing a yellow gold Daytona every day. Yeah. But I think that's a good everyday watch.
That's a good everyday watch.
And I prefer the bigger size 41.
If money was no object, we'd probably all have all of them, wouldn't we? I mean, what a collection that would be, just own every Rolex.
Yeah.
But you do? Is that what you're about to say?
No, yeah. I was thinking what you said. I was like, yeah.
It is very, very nice. It didn't make my collection either, though. But having said that, I do love it. And I actually think the Jubilee on that, out of
which
all
shocks
the watches,
me because you hate Jubilee.
I don't like Jubilee bracelets. But I think that looks
wouldn't
stunning.
have that on an Oyster. I don't think it suits it.
And funnily enough, nor would I.
I think the whole fluted bezel, Jubilee bracelet with the Wimbledon, I think that's what makes that watch.
Yeah. Let's move on to number 3. I was shocked at this one as well, but go on. Number 3 is a Rolex GMT Master 2, reference 12671 BLNR Batgirl.
Yeah.
Why?
So I'm going to be honest, I was toying whether a Batgirl or a Pepsi.
Yeah.
And I went Batgirl.
And you went Batgirl.
Yeah. I just think it's sick.
Because you think it's an everyday watch, an everyday wearer, and something you can...
And it can be quite girly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Batgirl at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is. It is. Moving on to number 4. This is no surprise to me.
Oh, always. I mean...
A Date Just.
Yeah.
126233 olive dial diamond 6 and 9.
Dream.
That is your dream watch, isn't it? You've worn that many times. You've bought it in a couple of times on the show, haven't you? You've worn it out the...
So I don't want to be Spencer and wear the same watch every week. Yeah. So every time it comes back in, I'll wear it.
Okay.
And,
and they go off the shelf quite quickly when you have them in?
So quickly. As soon as we get them in and then they get photographed, it goes. And it's like, I want that.
I don't know. 4 CDs. And Nicola, where did you get the picture of my wife? I don't know what that was. We'll just move on from that comment. Nicola, the Wimbledon is gorgeous. Lovely watch. Goes great with a fresh white shirt to the office. I don't know which one that was. Your number 5. This is very interesting, Kaylee, for lots of reasons which we'll find out later. Rolex day date reference 228235 Everose with an Eisenkaizen dial.
Diamond. Yeah.
Oh, and is that with the diamond baguettes as well? I mean, there's a lot going on there, Kaylee, but that is not necessarily a one I thought you would 100% pick.
I fucking love it.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you can swear.
I know, I just forgot.
Yeah, you can swear. It's okay.
I know there's so much going on, but there's just so much going on. I love it.
Well, we can talk about that a little bit later in more depth, can't we? We can definitely talk about it a little bit. But I have to say, I think it's an absolute corker.
Yeah.
And out of all your picks, that is one that I think, although I don't think I'd have it with the diamonds on because I think that takes it a little bit over the top.
Maybe, yeah. But I just thought, you know how everyone loves like an olive day date, don't they? Like the olive green. And I like that. But actually, I think this for me is more me.
Right, guys, this is your opportunity. I would love to see in the comments your 1 to 5. Just pop in the comments your 1 to 5. Would love to see. There we go. Rah. I would go 2-tone Sea Dweller, white gold Yachtmaster 2, platinum Daytona, red writing Sea Dweller, and a bluesy. An awesome collection there.
That is a good collection.
Pop them in the comments, guys. Let's see what your 1 to 5. Put in your numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Greggy boy. For me, bluesy, Pepsi, Hulk, yellow gold, Daytona, Paul Newman.
No, Day-Date. Yellow gold Day-Date, isn't it?
Day-Date, yeah. Paul Newman Daytona on Oyster Flex.
Yeah, done. Absolutely. Done. There we go. A classic Nick pick says Kaylee has expensive tastes. There we go.
Yeah.
Right, James. Let's move on to. I'm going to move on to my own ones. I can press that button there. There we go. I'm going to start because I based it upon my own collection on the basis that I've got to choose what I like, and there's a reason why I put them in. So my first choice is.
I can guess them all.
You can't.
Okay.
All right. A Submariner. Hulk 11610 LV.
Yeah.
And the reason why I put that in, apart from the fact that I have one, is because I think everybody should have a Submariner in their collection as a very starting point. Yep. And for me, the fact that it's discontinued, I love green, and I just felt that it has to go in, and it would be kind of like for me entry level.
Yep.
That was kind of it. That was the thinking. The next one, I don't own, but I made an offer on last week. Surprise, surprise.
Currently I'm 2 for 2.
Rolex GMT Master 2 16560 Coke Fat Lady.
Oh, you want the Fat Lady? Do you?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, Fat Lady. So I think that in my collection, I would very much like to have a vintage piece or something that's a little bit older, something that's, and even though I've got obviously the Hulk was a 2019.
Yeah. But you have wanted this for
But I have been talking about this forever. And actually, I'm going to be very honest and say, I did make a bid on one 2.5 weeks ago, and I just felt that with, I'm going to take the my own opinion that the world's a bit of a softening place at the moment, and I made a bid on the watch, and I've left the bid in place with the seller should he not be able to get the price he wants.
Yeah,
and I would be very happy to own that watch in my collection, and that's something I will pursue. Dr. Mexico, entry level, they're very expensive, Gav, and I absolutely take that on board. You're absolutely right. Everything's expensive because I couldn't put in my Moonswatch. No, because I would have put all 10 of those in if I had the chance. What do you think my next watch is then?
No, you go. I want to see if I'm right.
James, number 3. Now, interesting. Rolex Day Date 40, Platinum.
Yep. Ice blue dial.
128236. I absolutely
What made you pick the Roman dial?
Love this watch. I like the Roman numerals on the watch, and I figured that because going back throughout the other watches didn't have Roman, I thought I should have one Roman. But I absolutely love this in the same way that I love on the Wimbledon and saying the dial, the bezel, the bracelet on it. I think the presidential bracelet on that watch with the fluted looks unreal.
I agree.
And I was so caught between the olive
What, the olive
Yeah, with the olive, because I think the olive is stunning as well.
No, it is, yeah.
But I figured I had a green already.
That's a classic.
That's a classic. No. I think it's a beautiful summer watch. I think that looks really nice and smart with a suit. It's very understated.
Yeah.
And absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to choice number 4. I'm not sure if because I popped the olive in there. Hold on. No, I don't want both, but I wanted to show the olive because I felt that was my 2 choices. Flick back to the one before, James. Yeah, you see that ice blue versus the olive. And yeah, there you go. Great. Right. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is a watch that, let's say we share in the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rolex Daytona Oyster Flex Everose 116515LN. So that had to go in.
Of course.
Because I want to wear.
You wear it.
Yeah. So absolutely beautiful. And whilst I am definitely not a fan of a steel Daytona, I don't think I don't aspire to have a Panda Daytona. I definitely have a thing for rose gold. I definitely like Oyster Flex, and I think that's a very, very smart watch. And the other reason is that myself and the other half can always share these watches.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite important. In fact, that was her choice to buy.
Yep.
If you remember.
I do.
And I think that's quite important because when you're putting money aside for these things and loving them, I think it's really nice that we can both share.
Yeah, I agree.
And wear the watches.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. Let's move on to my next watch because I had to put it in. Yeah, Sky Dweller Everose Champagne Dial 326935 as worn by Gav.
Okay, so 3 of them you've got. 2 of them are what you want.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, don't put the next one up yet, James. Don't put it up. I'm just going to go through some of these comments. Uncle Jonga, I'd have to stick to a Sky Dweller on the list. Yeah, I've got one on. Good shout, Jonga. The watch for the man that has everything. Rose gold Sky Dweller next. There you go. Stunning, that one. Gav, you're nailing these. Let's have a look. Rolex watch collector says, number 1, sub no date. Yep. Oh, go on then. Put them up, James. Pop them up. Go on. Let's go. Let's what? Yeah, let's pop to chat. Okay, Mark Bowman. Number 1, gold Daytona on Oyster. Yes. 2, no date sub. I'd even go yes to that because that's one I do want. Left-handed GMT. I left it off my list for a reason.
Why?
Because I'm never going to get it. I've decided I would never pay still what that is in the grey market for that watch, and I'm never getting one at list because I've realised I'm never getting a watch from an AZ ever. Because I've got the curse of Spencer.
Well, I didn't know that this was like a legit list. Like, this is what we're going to buy at list. I'm not going to get any of them at list. I'm probably blacklisted.
No. It's not. But what I'm saying is, whilst I'm not going to get the left-handed, the Riddler at list, equally, I would not pay that. Even the money it is now, well off the top, I wouldn't pay that for that watch. I just don't love it that much. Anyway, moving on. Number 4, White Dial Explorer 2, very, very nice, and Green Dial OP. Mark Bowman, a very nice selection. Rolex Watch Collector, number 1, a sub no date, very popular. Explorer 1, a Wimbledon 41, stainless steel on Jubilee, Sky Dweller White, and I like the blue on a Jubilee as well.
The blue.
And a Daytona White Gold Meteorite Dial. Didn't love the Meteorite Dial when you had one in.
But it wouldn't make my collection.
I'm not sure you notice it, and sometimes it's so subtle you have to really notice
know what it is. Yeah.
Any more from me, James? Glenn Parker, Pepsi, Batgirl, Paul Newman, Hulk, James Cameron. Let's get all the big names there. It's beautiful. Kid Mambo, Pepsi, Bluesy. I left off the Bluesy, funnily enough, but because we can only pick 5. Panda, Hulk, Vintage, Date Just.
Nice.
Yeah, I think for me it was about having something old in the collection. A 14060, Batman, a Root Beer, Plat Daytona, and a Date 40 Gold from Rolly Mania. Guys, if you'll come down to BQ Watches, at least you can sit in the room and try them all on. If you've got nothing better to do, phone me up. We can go and have a coffee and you can come try everything on. Take pictures on your wrist. We done there, James? Yeah. Okay. Now, before we get to my next watch, I have to say I went all out on this one. As the one watch, I've never seen one.
I know.
And on the basis I've never seen one, I thought I had to stick it on my list because it's never coming.
Yeah, I know.
James, reveal my watch. There we go. I have gone all out. A Rainbow Daytona with with diamonds, the whole shebang, the 116599 RBOW.
That's really interesting that you'd have it on that metal.
I didn't even think about it. I just picked one.
Oh,
I'm being honest. I know I'm never ever going to have one, and I just thought I would. I was going to make that, and it's number 6. I've already done 5, so I've extended my collection to 6. If that could be number 6, I'm not even sure that I love it. But the point is,
because that
I'm
one
never having one.
I promise you, there's
Are there better ones than that? Wow. Okay. You should have told me.
I didn't know you were picking it.
Yeah.
Not that the yellow gold ones though. So.
Yeah. Yeah. 4 CDs. No, Gav. Honestly, I've just put that in there for a little shits and giggles because it's not necessarily my favourite. Yeah, everyone relax. It just looks a little bit different. It was number 6 out of 5, so it didn't really count anyway. Yeah. Was the Coke all original, Gavin? Yes, it was, Nick. It was absolutely all original and in stunning condition. And if I tell you, it was box papers, every swing tag, it was everything bar stickered, and it was reasonably old.
Yeah.
We were a little bit apart on price, and I'll just wait and see. And actually, I have to say, the gentleman was very, very nice.
He's a lovely person.
He's a very, very nice guy. So I've left it there. And honestly, I actually hope he achieves the price he wants to get, because he does deserve to. And obviously, I was just trying to achieve the price I wanted to pay for it, having just bought another 2 watches in the past few weeks. But there we go. Right, back to my other bits and pieces here. We got a guest to get on shortly, haven't we? Should we get to this week's unboxing?
Yeah.
Right, what was the watch you just said you liked? Favourite film of all time?
The Blind Side.
What's that? What's The Blind Side?
With Sandra Bullock and...
Oh, I know exactly what it is. American Footballer.
Based on a true story, I love it.
Yeah, based on a... Do you like true story films?
Yeah, and so Darren told me to watch one yesterday.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Okay.
About the American football.
What's it called?
And it's called... I can see the actor. Go on, tell me.
Something about the Titans.
Yeah, remember the Titans.
Yeah, watched that for the first time yesterday.
Film.
So Darren, last night I watched it. I thought it was unreal.
Amazing.
Then I texted Darren, like, amazing film. We put, did you cry? I was like, no.
Oh, I cried in that.
Yeah.
It's an amazing film.
I'm quite heartless, so that didn't make me cry.
Good to know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that just wouldn't make me upset. How cute are my nails?
Beautiful. You got cherries on them.
No, it's a love heart, silly.
Oh, okay.
But trapped my finger in the door at work.
No good.
I had to.
Do you think we should do an unboxing? I've got a surprise.
What have you got?
Not telling you.
Okay.
Let's jump in.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Hello everybody, hope you are having a fantastic week. Right, unboxing time. Stop playing with your nails.
Sorry.
They're very lovely. What have you got for me? Because I've got something for you.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I can go first. Should we I'll go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought a watch. I'm in love with it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, what have you bought?
So...
Rolex, Tudor?
No, I put it out on the show last week. We went to the little...
oh yes, at Heathrow.
At Heathrow. And I bought this. What does that say?
Duckworth Prestex.
So I bought this watch, Kaylee.
That's a lovely box, by the way.
Thank you very much. In fact, it's their new box. I bought this little beauty, which I absolutely love. And I wanted to do a little unboxing to see what you thought of it. What do you think of that, Kaylee?
It looks like a Tag Monaco to me.
Doesn't it? In green. Have a little look. Have a little play. I'm absolutely bowled over with it. I have to say, I absolutely love it.
It is nice.
It's really beautiful, isn't it? And
it's got a tag, guys.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
show the tag to the camera. Yeah, it's got its own little tag. Okay. Take it off and have a little look.
Oh, look.
I think the detail on it is absolutely wonderful, and it's an amazing story, basically.
Sorry, you can tell how cold it is everywhere because the watches are freezing.
They're cold, I know, because I just had it in the car.
Wow, what's that?
But look, revival of a historic watch brand, Duckworth Prestex. And here's the story. So I met with Neil from Duckworth Prestex. I went over, I saw this watch at the beginning of the show. You know how sometimes you see something, you think, I'll just go around, had no plans to buy anything, and then I thought, I'll come back.
If it's gone, it's gone.
Do you remember when we had the first BQ show that I was at, and the whole weekend I was looking at my Milgauss, and I said at the end of the show, if it's down, I'm going to buy it. And I thought, at the end of the show, if that's still on stand, I'm going to have it.
No, that's good.
But amazing. So basically, Prestex has been a brand for a very, very long time, since sort of the 1920s.
Wow.
And what Neil has done is he's revived the Prestex brand, put himself in it, so it's Duckworth Prestex. It was started by his grandfather up north, and it's an amazing catalogue and history.
Oh, wow, that's lovely.
Yeah,
I love a timeline.
Preston's was originally founded in 1869 in Bolton in the north of England. First pocket watches made under the Prestex name was by founder Frank Duckworth, which enjoyed tremendous success in the region. And there's some lovely, bits and pieces there. But absolutely lovely, tremendous, super nice guy. I absolutely love the watch. And don't they look, they've got that beautiful sort of vintagey kind of look to them. So anyway, I thought,
oh, there it is.
There it is. I'd have it. What do you think, Kaylee?
I actually, do you know what? It's very you,
looks.
Gav.
It is, isn't it?
Can you say how much you paid for it?
I can. I paid £495.
Stop it.
Yep. But you know what I love about it, actually, is one of the watches I do actually want, I wanted when I first saw it, was the tag Monaco in green. And when I saw it, I thought to myself, it's a cracker.
It is, it really is.
Anyway, that's me. What have you got for me?
I've got something special.
Let's go. Come on, show me. I can see a little Rolex boxy over there.
Okay, so, guys and girls, it's not a medium box, it's a large box.
That looks like a large box, doesn't it?
But why have I picked a large box, Gavin, you may ask?
Because you've got a large looking watch in there.
Now.
You've got the King.
If somebody said to me, would you want this watch?
Yeah.
I would wear it day, night, never take it off.
You'd never take off this watch?
Never.
What is it?
Ready?
Ready? Oh.
Now this, to me, this is the day date, rose gold 228235 with the Eisenkaiser dial with diamond markers. Sorry, it's a lot because it's a lot going on.
It's a lot. I can see your brain ticking
I was like,
there.
what is happening?
Whoa, stunner.
Like baguette battens and with the, I mean, to me, this is
Can I have a look?
just, I don't know. To me, it's like God. It's like just
beautiful.
like a princess watch, which I am.
It's absolutely stunning, and I tell you, presidential bracelets. We always say it.
Always.
Very classy,
100%.
super classy. I've seen the Eisenkaiser dial before, but I've never seen it with the diamond baguettes on the hour markers.
And actually, I will say something, Gav. This is a bit controversial, maybe.
Go on.
I prefer the rose gold day dates than the yellow.
Well, I don't think it's controversial at all, because I would agree with you.
Okay.
So that's
not controversial.
That's two of us. 100% of the room agrees.
But I don't know what it is, because like jewellery, I wouldn't want to pick rose gold.
Yeah.
Like as in like rings or a necklace. I normally pick silver. But there's something about rose gold day dates that I just think, just do it for me. Do you know what I mean? If someone said pick a day date, this is the day date I would pick.
This is the day date. Let's have a look. It looks very nice on my skin. I mean, I do really love rose gold, hence the recent purchase.
It looks nice. Oh, Gavin.
Wow, I can't afford that now. I'm broke. How much is this?
So this is 67. It's brand new.
Oh, it's only just out my price range. 67. It's a 2022 model.
Full set. I mean, I'm like in love.
Come on. Looks alright on me, doesn't it?
It really suits you.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
You're not buying it, I want it.
No. If somebody wants to buy such a watch, how do they find you?
So you can find us at BQ Watches, and you can call me, email me, you can even comment below, and anything, really. There's always Instagram, TikTok.
Do you think we should ask the viewers if they want to see a watch? They should pop it in the comments below.
Yeah, any unboxings that you guys want to see, pop them in the comment below, and we're more than happy to unbox for you. And then yeah.
Until next time.
See you later.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you effing loved it.
Yeah, sorry about
Which
that.
is why it made it into your top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a watch. I think it went down really well in the comments as well. Everybody seemed to like that. Yeah, it's interesting. But as much of a watch that is, can I just say something? What a watch, Kaylee.
No, I actually really like
Come
this.
on, under 500 quid.
No,
Never mind
I
your
really
67 grand watch. Look at this baby. In fact, I've been wearing it this week and I've really, really enjoyed it. I'm not going to go on too much about it, but I'm pleased to say that I've invited Neil Duckworth onto the show in a couple of weeks' time. He's going to come join, because I'm so fascinated. He's such a lovely man, such an interesting character. With, by the way, get onto the Duckworth Prestex website, everybody. If obviously you like watches while you're watching this, I hope so. duckworthprestex.co.uk. Stunning watches. Have a little look. Really good value. I know nothing about movements and bits and pieces, but Neil tells me they're all good, so it's still ticking, which is important. But I've really, really enjoyed that. Time now to welcome our very, very special guest. Joining us for his debut on the show is Ben Harrison.
Hello, guys. How are we?
There we go. Now, everybody, this is Ben Harrison. Now, just to put this into context, Ben, why don't you tell everybody what you do?
Sure. So my name's Ben Harrison. I run a personal shopping business called Trend Supply. So effectively selling and sourcing items such as clothing, trainers, accessories, right from the luxury end, sort of your LVs and Dior's, right through to Nike, Yeezys, all that jazz.
I love how you put Yeezys at the bottom of the list. No, honestly,
just in comparison to the ones before, they're not bottom of the list as such.
No, now let's a wrist check for you, my friend, because I saw you walked in with a very beautiful watch on. Let's get that off your wrist.
Well, it's one of Kaylee's favourites.
It's one of Kaylee's favourites you've got on your wrist.
Yeah, we can have a look at that.
Wow. Who knew there was so much money in people shopping at Tesco's? Look at that. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It does look every bit the part, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I have to agree with Kaylee on the bracelet as well, with the fluted bezel.
And please tell me you got that in the grey market or from an AD?
Grey market.
Grey market. Because you can't get one from an AD?
You cannot get one from an AD.
Have you tried? Have you put your name down?
I tried, but I'm just not that patient. So.
You're not that patient?
No.
So you just stepped in.
Absolutely
Gorgeous. Ben, tell me, what you mentioned clothes, and I think there's always lots of lovely read across, because lots of our viewers, we're all sort of big kids and we like trainers. We call them trainers, by the way, Ben.
That's good. Yeah, not sneakers.
We're trainers. Not sneakers. We're still trainers.
Absolutely.
But we love all that kind of stuff, and there's lots of read across between the grey market and what Kaylee deals in, and what's sort of the big stuff for you, generally speaking. What's your most requested currently? Let's say.
Yeah, I'd say sort of Nike Dunks are very much requested. I think the LV stuff has really come on strong recently with some of the designs and trainers that they've brought out.
Yeah.
Certainly the rare bits of clothing from Dior as well. Dior's really made a big resurgence. So they're probably the main ones. I mean, there's an array. Jordans as well, obviously, are always big and always releasing new bits and pieces. So it's constantly ongoing, basically.
Yeah. Guys, if you've got any questions for Ben, please do pop them in the comments. The Mad Watch Collector, I want a new set of Dunlop Green Flash. Can you help?
Wow. You never know. I could try. Dunlop's not something we probably deal with, but
no,
I can give it a go. Absolutely, yeah. We can source most things.
If you can find a Woolworths open, you might find a pair of Dunlop Green Flash, right, Russell? Just got to find a Woolworths open somewhere around the. What about in terms of the large end with watches? We know that there's hype, and hype drives prices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although some people think that YouTubers drive prices, but the hype itself drives the prices. But with you guys, when there's a very big release, so for example, I do know I do follow you obviously on Instagram, which is how we met.
Yep.
And I know that, for example, the Louis Vuitton collaboration with Nike has become, it was explosive, and you knew instantly no one's going to get a pair, and they were going to be north of what, 10 grand?
Yeah, it
for a pair of trainers.
Depends on colour, but it ranges from anywhere from 8 to probably 12, 13 sometimes.
And that's pretty much set in stone. Before they release, you must have thought, I know exactly where they're going to be priced.
Yeah, you have a general idea. Obviously, they're quite specialised pieces, so it can be hard to nail it down specifically what kind of pricing. But you kind of, when you get the retail price and find out, obviously, from there you kind of guesstimate, I suppose. But yeah, you kind of have an idea on the region. But they're such unique, specialised pieces. It can surprise you sometimes.
And here's a question I always wonder, because whenever I used to go online for Adidas Confirmed and try and buy a pair of size 3 Yeezys and find there were none left very quickly, is there one end of the market where the size is very important for you, for your clients?
Yeah, I mean, like the most popular sizes are anything from like a 7 to 11. But right. Obviously, with the smaller sizes, they are probably more limited.
Yeah.
So it varies. With the smaller sizes, the price tends to hike because there's not as many made.
I thought that was because interesting, Kaylee. You know why? I thought the Asian market snaps them all up because they've got smaller feet. Maybe that's just something in my head.
No, yeah. Is that
a real thing?
It may differ market to market, but certainly for here, it very much, the smaller sizes are made in lower quantities because they don't obviously sell as much as, whereas obviously 7 to 11 is kind of a key kind of size range for most people.
Sizest. I'm a size 4.
It is. There you go.
So Nick Nicola, I love you. Hold on a sec. Nick Nicola, because Nick, I've got the same. I got myself a pair of old school Diodora Bjorn Borg Elites.
I love Bjorn Borg Elites.
Kangaroo skin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Was like being back at school.
I've got the silvers, which I love. I wear them all the time. Yeah,
I've got the golds.
Perfect.
God, I'm stuck in a flipping time warp. I'll bring him in, Kaylee, to show you. I'm proper stuck in a time warp. Sham Basher says, each and every one of those trainers are awful.
Okay.
There you go. See?
There you go. Absolutely. I'd probably say actually, for me, fun enough. I definitely I wear a lot of Yeezys. In fact, that's all I kind of wear. And I've been bought some Dunks, and I've got Dunks that I don't wear that are literally sit in boxes, like presentation boxes, because I do all that nonsense and keep them on display. But I find them very uncomfortable to wear, maybe because I'm so used to, and I'm so fat. The Yeezys are so comfortable on my legs.
The comfort of the Yeezys is incredible.
Yeah.
So it's like when you start switching it up from anything but that, if you're used to that foamy underneath.
Yeah, you're going to get asked all sorts of shit questions from our punters. How about this one? Dr. Mexicoli, has he got any Adidas Predators Paul Ince specials?
Blimey. I've met Paul Ince, actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Incy?
Not getting any of his boots, though.
No. Funny enough, my son, who is 25 heading for 26, you got a pair of those, is asking me, Dad, I want to source a pair of Predators to wear because he plays Sunday football. Wow. He wants an old school pair of Predators.
They are.
Have you? Wow. I've got a buyer for them if you want to sell them. Is your mic on today, James? Because no one can hear you. Is your mic on, James? Yeah, he's going to turn his mic on. He's going to tell us the whole story how he bought a pair. And
you don't need the story.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Ian Nicholson, Gav, Yeezys have great ventilation. They do. Have you brought anything in to show? I asked you, I said, bring something in to show us. What have you brought in to show us?
All right, let me grab it.
You reach down.
So.
The Mad Watch Collector, Matt Latisse, Scissor Blades, Nike Wimbledon, John McEnroe.
Oh my God, they're sick. I'm in love.
We have a pair of Louis Vuitton denim trainers.
I feel like I need to put gloves on to touch these.
No, it's fine.
No, they're good?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, these are...
Jesus, they look like they're built for a monster. Look at the size of them.
They are chunky.
They are, aren't they?
But yeah, these were basically designed by Virgil Abloh.
Yep.
So most people will hopefully know who Virgil Abloh is.
And that fact that he's no longer alive, unfortunately.
Absolutely, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So this is actually one of the last design shoes that he actually made with Louis Vuitton. So these were based off of old basketball trainers, funnily enough. They take 7 hours to stitch one pair.
Wow.
And yeah, the demand for these have gone absolutely through the roof.
LC Watch Collector, my dream shoes, can I buy them? I'm assuming, hopefully you're talking about these, because I'd imagine, are they for sale?
They can be. I've got sizes. So
you've got sizes?
Yeah.
So are these yours? Are these your personal? Or do you...
These are just part of the stock room.
They're part of the stock room?
Yeah. So we've got, all different kinds of sizes.
Who's been wearing them?
Yeah, used.
Used?
We do buy used stuff as well.
You buy?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, you're literally two-way trade?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're the BQ of the shoe market.
The used market is massive as well. So we do have new, used.
That's really interesting. You're just not a seller, you're a buyer as well, and you're a two.
I've always been a buyer. That's been mainly the problem. Yeah. But no, it does vary. There's definitely a big market on the used side of things as well. So people who don't want to pay the full whack.
Nicholas says that looks like Paul Thorpe's type of shoe. It's they're bloody big. What size are these? Like 19 or something?
No, I think
they're huge.
10 or 11 potentially.
I've never seen anything so big.
Yeah, actually, funnily enough, on the sizing, if anyone does want to buy these, they're recommended to buy a size down from your actual size.
I'm being asked how much, Gav?
Retail they're $895, but Louis Vuitton never have any in stock, so it very much depends on size, availability, and all that stuff.
So he's just avoided the question.
No, I won't avoid it. No, I won't. They go between kind of 12 and 1300.
12 and 1300.
I like the all white ones.
New.
They do an all white one as well, don't they?
They do. Yeah, they've got all different colours. They kind of bring out a new range of these as well that aren't denim. That are starting to hit sort of some stores, but again, very limited availability.
So these ones that they've just released that are going for like 10 grand. How do I get a pair? In all seriousness, how do you get a pair?
Speak to me, maybe.
Yeah, of course I'll speak to you. But how do you get a pair?
I mean, there's two ways. So, we have contacts direct at Louis Vuitton who, sometimes give us first look at products before they're launched or before they're live on site or before they're available in stores. The other angle of that is we have a big black book of suppliers as well who look after us in terms of not only the high-end stuff but also the regular Jordans and Yeezys. They range across everything. So there's two different ways we can look at it. But yeah, we've got an array of contacts that can help us with that, basically.
The Mad Watch Collector is a very good friend of ours. Okay. He's very funny. I can't even spend more than 200 quid on a pair of anything. As soon as you wear them and go out, you grub them up.
Yeah, you just can't wear them in any rain or any kind of horrible weather. Basically, sunny days only is my
rule. So move abroad, basically.
Sunny days only.
Move abroad, ideally. But yeah, that's always my rule. Sun out or don't wear them.
Do you know what I did recently? I found a fantastic. I was strolling through Selfridges, and I always develop holes on the left hand side of my Yeezys, but just past my big toe, so on the bend. Okay. They all get holes in. Oh. So I've got quite a few pairs over the years, and they've got this like shoe repair thing. So I just casually asked them. They repaired 12 pairs. I was going to throw them all in the bin.
Wow.
They repaired 12 pairs with holes. Did a fantastic 30 quid a pair, but they repaired them all. And they're all basically like I can wear them all again.
That's amazing.
That's great service, isn't it?
Fantastic stuff. I did know that.
Yeah. How did you get into it?
Do you know what? It was in one of the first lockdowns. I mean, I've always been a massive consumer with trainers and clothing, and I've loved it. It's
okay.
Forever.
You can call them sneakers. You're that generation.
I'm still going to go trainers. I'm going to stick with it. I've always been a trainer nut, should we say, for lack of a better word. But so always had the interest and always been in touch with the market and what's coming out, what's new, etc., etc. And it kind of got to the lockdowns, and all of a sudden I just saw this massive hike in e-com businesses, but also in Instagram businesses in terms of looking at trainers and the personal shopping side of things. And I just thought I'm going to give it a go. I've got contacts in the industry. I've got contacts at work at brands. I had the kind of foundations there almost. It was more just like, when am I going to do this? And lockdowns gave that kind of perfect opportunity.
Did you have a job that you gave up to do this?
Yeah, so I was working in media.
Okay.
So
you're not an editor, are you? I'm looking for an editor. If anyone knows an editor, I'm looking for an editor.
I'm not.
You're not. Okay.
But yeah, so it was kind of like went all into this, and thankfully it's working out. But
hold on, yeah. I mean, so it's frozen, James. Put a penny in the meter. Yeah, I don't know. Copyright strike. It's frozen again. I don't know if it's our end. Yeah, it's frozen on my screen as well, James. Funnily enough. Don't know. Should we keep going, James?
I would.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just keep going until it's frozen on my iPad.
I've still got me.
Okay. Well, let's just keep on going. I'm sure it'll all catch up with itself. Yeah. So you gave up a job.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
was that a big decision or was it a no-brainer at the time?
The business got to a point where it was sustainable for me to do so. So it was kind of like, we're making X amount per month, which covers what it needs to cover, and that was it really. It was kind of just that sort of decision.
Now, you base yourself in Farringdon as like a hub
for
yourself, as it were.
Yeah.
But that's not like a retail place. You don't come in and shop with you. You go out, you deliver.
Yeah, very much so, yeah. So very much like a sort of personalised service in terms of that hand delivering side of things, obviously in London and in Essex as well. But yeah, there's no sort of like storefront as such. You never know, that's an aim in the future.
Yeah.
But at the moment, no, it's very much, that delivery service.
What do you think? I mean, I see around the West End now, there's all sorts of shops popping up. In fact, I've seen them everywhere in the world now. Whereas once upon a time you couldn't go and buy this. Now there are stores doing what you do.
Yep.
Do you have to compete with them, or is that an advantage to you that you don't have the overheads?
Yeah, exactly that. First and foremost, the overhead thing, our pricing can be a lot more fair because obviously we're not paying rent in the West End, number one. But yeah, I think the second part of it is, we see ourselves as personal shoppers rather than that kind of like reseller market, for example.
Yep.
So the difference is the service side of it for us is huge versus just going to a store and spending obscene amount of money on a pair of trainers. It's that personalised service that we offer.
So the same way someone can come to Kaylee as they did a couple of weeks ago with a Patek Philippe and say, Kaylee, I'm looking for this, and 2 days later she sourced it, earn her money, I can do the same with you.
Exactly that.
Anything sort of, is there any limitations to what I can source with you? I mean, is it mainly clothing and trainers? Or if I said to you, I don't know, I want to book a holiday, or I want a VIP, a private jet?
I mean, look, it definitely, the bulk of it is the clothing and trainers side of it, but it has moved on to people asking for high-end car rentals and car hire in Dubai and stuff like that. So it's expanding, I suppose. I suppose once you get a kind of client set that trusts what you do and invested in you, then those requests start to kind of get a bit more broad.
What about like concert tickets? Anyone ever ask you for them? Yeah,
tickets, football tickets, concert tickets, all that kind of stuff, definitely. And that's part of what we do as well.
Mad Watch Collect says, Gav, I want a pair of Nike mags. Do you know what they are?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They are
the Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, because Russell is a mad Back to the Future fan. Well, we both are.
Well, I am as well. So
they're big money, aren't they?
They're insane. I saw a pair actually in the flesh in Miami a lot of years ago, and was offered, I can't remember what the price was, but like by today's standards, it was an absolute steal. And I said no at the time, just purely because of getting them home in the big like radioactive box, the one that Doc Brown's got. It's like,
you're all over it.
Oh, I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Really?
But it was like, the transport back to London from Miami with that was not feasible at the time, but I bloody wish I would have done it now.
So we always talk about, in the watch world, we talk about, that one watch, the absolute Holy Grail.
Yes.
Do you have a Grail watch?
Grail watch?
I mean, you're wearing a Rolex, so you obviously have an appreciation for watches.
I do. Grail watch.
Is this something you aspire to, or you think, that would be great one day?
I quite like Yachtmaster 2s.
Okay. Kaylee can sell you one of those.
Yeah, I do like a Yachtmaster 2.
Okay.
I would say that may be a day date. It's always Rolex for me.
Yeah.
I think Rolex is just like, the branding is just amazing, and the brand itself is amazing. So it'd always be a Rolex, but I'd say those two probably favourites for me at the moment.
Okay. What about then Grail trainers?
Oh God, yeah.
You can answer that one easier.
Oh yeah, definitely. Jordan 1 Chicago's, absolutely, just like all-time classics.
All-time classic.
That for me is like the holy grail of holy grails.
Okay. James, you're getting them up on the screen for everyone. And Harold, like old. There we go. They're on the screen. I think, or they're going to come up on the screen somewhere along the line. Yeah.
I'd love like an original pair. When they were first released.
Because here's what gets me about Jordans, and I am definitely, I've collected trainers pretty much, I think, all of my life. I've always loved them.
Yep.
Going back from the 1980s, same as I got BMXs, and I've got plenty of pairs, but not Jordans.
Okay.
And when it comes to Jordans, and I see them, I think, oh, that's nice, burnt orange and black. And I don't know which one is a good pair, a bad pair, which colourway and why, or why it's special or not special, because James is going to pop those up on screen. If you can, pop up that colourway, James. And I've seen these have been reissued, but you could find a pair of those, a Chicago toe, that are worth $4,000, and there's a pair for £130 in an outlet store.
Obsessed, love them.
So it is, I mean, it really does depend. Like the original Chicago colorway, which is those, but like the white toe box.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. Are like just they're actually re-releasing a new sort of version of that this Christmas. Funnily enough, which I am very excited for. But
there's a release of what?
Of the original Chicago's. They're like a reimagined pair.
Right. Are you going to be able to get a pair?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the personal collection as well.
Personal
collection.
Right, can you get
personal and business? Yeah, that will have to be one of my pairs as well.
Right. Well, let's just talk about addictions now.
Oh God.
How many pair of sneakers do you own?
Oh my word. I haven't counted, but I've got a whole wall's worth.
A whole wall.
Yeah. So in our garage, it's like the trainer.
The trainer wall,
essentially.
Do you look on like TikTok when you see these people that have like a man cave, and you walk in and there's like trainers and trainers and trainers on, boxes and boxes and boxes, and you think to yourself, Jesus Christ.
That's the aim.
Is that the aim? Is that the goal?
Oh, absolutely. I just want like a whole room, but like
you want a whole room?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because Spencer has a vault of watches.
Oh, does he? Yeah,
he has a vault, but remember, and obviously he can go in and cherry pick what he wants. But generally speaking, he wears the same watch every day.
Every day.
Do you wear the same trainers every day?
No, I don't. But I'm like, you said about you kind of leave trainers in boxes and stuff like that. I cannot do that. So like, if I buy a pair of trainers, I have to wear them. So like I can't just like buy something and leave and just like have them sit there for X amount of months. They have to be worn. They have to be worn.
I've got 2 BMXs currently. I've never been ridden, nothing. I won't even go on it.
Really?
No, I'm scared I'll break it. I'm too heavy now.
Yes.
1983, I was a lot lighter. And the memories of doing it and going down to the skate park and, going down the half pipe, I'm now 52 and I'll probably break everything and probably break the bike at the same time.
Hold on, breaking news.
Yeah.
Look on the screen.
Breaking news. I've got a hoverboard for resale.
Wow.
Adam Lawrence.
Hoverboard.
Adam, you serious, says the Mad Watch Collector. Yep, I bought it back from the future. Fantastic.
Hey, look
boom,
at that.
boom. Well, we all got suckered into that one. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. We're going to do a quick... you're from Essex, on Billericay way.
I am.
This could be a bit tricky then for you. A little quick fire quiz.
Go on then.
Chelsea or Tottenham?
Oh, God. Ugh. Neither, but Chelsea.
Who'd you support?
Arsenal.
Oh, filthy done us at the weekend.
Are you Tottenham?
Yeah.
See, I came on the right week, didn't I?
You properly deserved it as well.
Christ.
To be fair, you properly deserved it. Got no issues with that.
No, fair enough.
Tart got sent off, idiot. But that doesn't change the result. I thought you did right. You did right. Top of the league. So. You thoroughly deserve it.
Yeah,
wine or beer?
Wine.
Favourite singer or song?
Oh, singer. Usher.
Okay. iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Night in, night out?
Out.
Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
Audemars or Patek?
Oh, Patek.
Louis Vuitton or Dior?
LV.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Big Mac or a quarter pounder with cheese?
Quarter pounder with cheese.
Perfect. Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
And is it Nike, not Nike?
Nike for me.
Nike. Yeah, I'd go Nike. No, I go Nike. Yeah. I go Nike. Star Wars or Harry Potter? Because you're that age, aren't you? Harry Potter was probably a big part of your life.
I love both. I'm going to have to go Star Wars, though.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. It just edges it. Just.
Favourite film of all time?
It would have been one of the Back to the Futures, but I'll go different. I'll go Gladiator.
Gladiator. Yeah. Wicked film. By the way, one of the things we love to do when we go out for dinner is talk about what's good to watch on television. And I just want to tell everybody out there, if any of you are lucky enough to have Paramount Channel, for whatever reason, I think it comes free with Sky these days, you have got to watch The Offer. If you love The Godfather, you've got to watch The Offer. It's like a TV show that's based around the making of The Godfather.
Oh, I'll make a note of that.
It's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, really, really good. Yeah.
I've also got a good programme everyone should watch, The Capture on BBC One.
Oh, yes, The Capture on BBC One.
Unreal.
We'll do a TV week review. We'll add that into the show. Unreal. What do you think?
Yeah.
Your client base, I would imagine, involves some obviously high net worths amongst the younger generation, as it were. Yeah. So do you serve the music industry, the football world?
Yeah, definitely both of those. But to be honest, they're not really like the biggest spenders as such. Like the orders might be big, but like in terms of like consistency, not so much.
Right.
Which is quite surprising to a lot of people when I say that. But that's just been the way so far. Maybe that might change, but at the moment, hopefully it does change.
What else have you brought in to show us?
I've got one more Louis Vuitton piece, which is actually a wallet, which I thought I'd go the blue to match the trainers almost.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to...
Yeah, I'll have a little look at that.
Yeah, so this is the part of the bandana collection.
Okay.
Which is a fairly new collection. It barely even made the website online before it was completely all gone.
To the camera.
Very, very limited.
So this didn't really make it to the website?
Not really, just about, and then they literally went within minutes.
And can I ask you a question? Because we know watches in the grey sell above list, but do things like this sell above list?
Absolutely.
So what would list be on that, roughly speaking?
4-ish?
I was going to ask, but there's a receipt in there if you want to check.
Yeah, 400. I think it's 430 from memory.
And what would you be selling that at now?
Probably...
Or is it where the buyers are, sort of thing?
Yeah, I'd probably say around sort of 556.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, there's not many of those at all.
No,
so
it's not like you're going to have 10 to sell either, is it?
No, exactly. Yeah, so it's if you get hands on one, they generally go very quickly.
I swear to God, if Spencer wasn't ill and he would hear, I fancy he'd be buying that.
Yeah.
And I fancy be buying the trainers that are completely the wrong size because he's about a size 4.
Yeah.
I fancy be buying that. Though. Yeah. Oh, look, there's all requests. Trudy Lincoln.
Oh, what does she want?
That's your mummy, isn't it? Yeah. Hi, Trudy. How are you, Mrs. Lincoln? My son, where is it? My son loves Jordans.
Yeah, he does. My youngest brother
Alfie?
Is Alfred. Yeah,
Alfred.
Obsessed.
Alfred?
Obsessed.
Is that what you call him, Alfred?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Legal name. Yeah. Government name.
Yeah. Made famous by Batman.
I don't know why she called him it, but
maybe she liked Batman.
I don't know if she did.
Alfred was the butler.
Alfred Flint Lincoln.
Yeah, Alfred
Flint.
Flint? Lincoln. That sounds like a cowboy. It's fantastic.
He's obsessed with Jordans.
Really?
As in, I will buy him anything Jordan, so will my mum. That's how much he's obsessed.
Wow, amazing. So for you, what's your sort of everyday seller?
It would be those like Nike Dunks. I mean, there's so many different colours that come out week on week. Like they're just very, very consistent all the time.
And that's not something that I can just get off the Nike website.
No, I mean, like they do release on Nike, but like once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, certain colours do re-release. So like the Pandas, for example, so the black and white version, have re-released multiple times.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of colourways which just don't re-release. So.
And tell everybody perhaps where they can find you. How, if they want to buy a pair of trainers from you, where do they find you to your camera, Ben? Yeah,
so on Instagram mainly. So I think the handle was flashed up on the screen, but it's at trend_supply_. Lots of underscores.
So trend_supply_.
That's the one.
And because you've got a website being built, haven't you, as well?
We have. Yes. We've just seen the demand grow so much. The website's on its way. It's just very hard to keep up because the stock levels change. As I said, there's so many different new versions, new colours of shoes that release. Yeah, it's very hard to keep that up on a website. But we're going to try. We'll go for it.
Is New Balance quite popular?
New Balance is quite popular, certainly with like the female audience for sure. Yeah. The 550s, they
definitely make a resurgence, haven't they, over the past couple of years?
They have.
But also when they drop them, like you said earlier about the smaller sizes, because I know a lot of the girls in the office, they love New Balance.
Yeah.
But obviously we've all got quite like size 4, size 5 feet, and we can never get them. They can get them for their partners.
I know someone who can get them for you now.
So do I.
I'm just saying.
I'll tell them.
I'm just saying.
Office.
Tell them in the office.
Yeah.
We've got a man. We've got Ben.
That's it.
Okay. Ben, that's fantastic. Well, listen, we wish you every success with your growing business.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask you one last question.
Go.
What's the most expensive thing you've sold?
It would be those LV Nike Air Forces. So they went. Do you want me to give a figure?
Yeah.
They went for 11,500.
11,500. Some paid 11,500 a pair of trainers.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's well past my limit of a few £100 for a pair of trainers.
It's insane, isn't it? But
I wonder if they wear them.
No. Or maybe they do.
I probably should ask, shouldn't I? Really?
That's quite interesting.
Well, you'll
be
able to buy them back if they wear them a couple of weeks.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. Amazing. Great to have you on. Do stay with us because this is the part of the show where Kaylee gets to pick out her celebrity watch. Let's take a little look. See, not being funny, Ben, these are the sort of clients you want. You want a Stormzy.
Absolutely.
Okay? Kaylee, you need a Stormzy as well. Stormzy is wearing what there, Kaylee?
A Patek Nautilus 5740 1G.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it?
And do you see, he also wore a shirt and trousers to match.
Yeah, so...
It's the sort of thing my mum used to do to me.
Do you like Stormzy, Gav?
I sat next to him at football once.
I know, you told me.
I had no idea who he was. My son was literally having some sort of heart attack next to me. I was getting all sorts of cracks in my ribs. And at the time, the game was Tottenham Man United when we played at Wembley in between seasons. Yeah. And he kept cracking me in the ribs. I'm thinking, God, we must have some sort of United supporter next to us. And there was this big fella next to us. And I was like, what? He goes, it's Stormzy. I'm like, no, the weather's fine. I had no clue. Yeah.
He's just released a song. I mean, love it.
Oh, the one with Jose Mourinho?
Yeah.
Or Jose?
Yeah.
Oh my God, has he actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel made me do it. Yeah. It's like a 12-minute song, but yeah, he's in it. It's such a sick video.
Yeah, amazing. So that's a list price of £117,000.
Wow.
And what's the resale on that? Where are they? Grey?
245.
Wow.
245.
Yeah.
See, you're in the wrong business.
Oh.
I hear these watch dealers, all they do is print money. You've got to be able to get one though, haven't you?
Yeah, you ain't getting that from an OA.
Next on the list, one of my absolute all-time favourites, Rihanna. What's Rihanna wearing?
A Jacob & Co. boutique watch. List.
List as in not applicable, not available? No one knows what it costs?
Nope.
I've got to say.
Made for her.
Oh yeah, it could be. Ugly looking thing though, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it obviously matches her outfit.
Goes with her outfit.
Does go very, very nicely with her outfit. And next up is, he's being sued again.
Why?
Ed Sheeran's been sued. You know he got sued about a year ago for basically copyright on the tune of a song, like the same melody. He's now being sued by the Marvin Gaye estate and another songwriter for one of his songs. I can't remember what it is. Someone will tell me in the comments. But basically, what's he wearing? Anyway,
he was in Ibiza. He done a random pop-up at... Insane.
Did he really?
Yeah. So he's wearing the new AP Royal Oak. List is 138. You can't get this watch. I have got loads of people that want... I can't get it.
You can't physically get it.
They haven't obviously they've released it to celebrities, but I have tried to source this and I cannot.
Do you want Ed's number?
Yeah, it'd be great if you got
can bid him.
You can.
I reckon. I reckon I can get Ed Sheeran's number.
He would get it for free. Oh yeah, you're right.
No, he wouldn't get it for free.
Give you for list?
He wouldn't get it for free. He'd get it for list. They're not going to give it away, are they?
Share it round if you get his number. I like it as well.
Yeah, you all want his number? Hold on, there was a comment I wanted to read out. Thomas Burnett is asking you, Ben, how much are the Nike X Stussy Cherry Dunks now? My pair are totally worn out.
Wow. That's a good question. I don't think I've sourced a pair of those yet.
Right.
I mean,
I didn't want to put you on the spot for no reason.
Oh.
Yeah, they're a bit of homework for you.
Yeah, that's something I'll have to go back and check.
DM me on Instagram and I'll let him know.
Let's do that.
Greggy Boy, Stormzy's collection is insane. Yeah. And by the way, so is Ed Sheeran's. I've seen an unbelievable Houdinki video that he did. It's great when you have that much money, though, isn't it? If there's no limit to what you can do. I mean, who was I seeing the other day? Was it Haaland? You know, he's like 21, 2.
He plays for Man City, doesn't he? He's the one that scored a hat-trick.
Yes.
I mean, he's like ridiculous. He scored as many hat-tricks now as basically as Ronaldo in the Premiership.
He's a cyborg, basically.
Yeah, just incredible. Is that the price of those trainers? 2,400, James. Is that what you're telling me?
Last sale, 3,000.
Last sale was 3,000, by the way, on those trainers, just so you know, because James has just looked them up. So Thomas Bennett, there you go. That was the last price. But yeah, these guys, if you're earning £500,000 a week, to go and drop 130 grand on a watch.
It's like a pound.
Yeah. It's not bad, is it?
Does it get boring, though?
But I'm not being funny. None of them have got a Duckworth Prestex in their collection, have they?
Did you just say, does it get boring, though?
Yeah.
No.
I bet it doesn't.
I bet it doesn't either.
Yeah.
You want anything, you can just get it. There's no, they don't know the answer no.
Can I ask you a question, Kaylee? When you go through and you pick out your celebs, do you pick out for the watches or the celebs?
Depends. This one was both, because this watch is brand new. Stormzy because it's Stormzy, Rihanna because it's Rihanna.
I just want you to know that you need to go back and you need to look at all the comments and everybody chatting up your mum in the...
Leave my mum alone!
Everybody is chatting with Trudy.
What are they saying?
Everybody's chatting to your mum.
But what are they saying?
I'm just saying.
No, she doesn't live in London. You can't. Leave her alone.
You're assuming everyone's in London.
Yeah, no. Leave her alone.
I'll tell you what, Trudy, you're going to enjoy this part because let's do this week's questions for Instagram and they'll be just for Kate. Right, Kaylee, first up from Sean NP 8008. Do you think it's about time Rolex upgraded the boxes and the packaging?
I do, yes.
Do you know about this?
No, I don't.
They basically make shit green boxes.
Oh, no.
I mean, compared to everybody else, they just make shit green boxes.
I do like the green box, though.
It is a staple, obviously, because that's what Rolex is known for. But I do think to compete with, the box, even Amiga boxes are
But
phenomenal.
isn't maybe that just the heritage of Rolex?
But that's
so the
what I
fact
mean.
is that,
Well, exactly. So, yeah, exactly. I mean, they've always been green, so they're never going to not be green.
No, but they're just a bit naff. They're just a bit plasticky. But what I would say is the old wooden boxes that I see around, I've got an old wooden box, is very, very nice.
Yeah.
They're very, very cool. So do you think it's about time they upgraded? Yes, but probably never going to, are they?
Yeah, but I understand why they wouldn't.
Heritage, right. Question number 2 for you, Kaylee. Watch collector. What is the poorest quality Rolex you have handled or habbled? We'll call it handled. What's the poorest quality? Probably a fake one.
Fake. Yeah.
Yeah. Because in general, they're not poor quality.
They're not poor quality. No. They might be used a lot, but they're not poor quality. They just need a little bit of work to obviously get them retail ready, but they're not, I wouldn't say they're poor quality.
Yeah. So the fake ones.
Yeah, fake.
And you know as soon as they come in, don't you? Yeah, straight in the bin. Rolly Electrical, the must-have day date in the collection. Well, I wonder what that's going to be.
The Rose Gold Eisenkaiser dial.
Rose Gold Eisenkaiser dial. Reference number?
228235.
Good girl. Question number 4 for you. From, I've got glasses, so I can't read that. Ads Donnelly. Do you believe the rumour that Rolex will discontinue the Wimbledon dial in honour of Federer?
It's the only time I've just heard that.
I had actually heard that.
Ooh.
The front of the Rolex site now is
it says
basically thank you Roger Federer, and it's got a whole Federer kind of layout on it, which is pretty cool. Do you know what? Stranger things have happened, but I can't see it.
That is one of their most popular date drops. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
To discontinue a watch because he's retired.
Yeah. Interesting. He is a very, very big deal. Of course,
but he also didn't make. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
not like a Roger Federer edition, is it?
Yeah,
like
no, exactly. He hasn't got his name engraved.
What about that? What about if they released, like they've got a James Cameron? What about if they, now he's retired, released a Roger Federer edition, special edition?
Yeah, I mean that would make more sense than I think discontinuing the actual watch itself.
I'm going to go with that as well. Next question is from Mark Bowman. Hi, Mark. Do you think a 70th anniversary sub will be released next year? And if so, what would you like to see on it? I know what I'd like to see.
Green.
Rubber strap.
Oh.
It's a dive watch and it comes on a metal strap, and I'd like to see I'd like to see an Oyster Flex on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I would like to see an Oyster Flex on a Submariner. I don't know if they're going to release it.
I mean, 70th anniversary.
I hope they do. It'd be nice to see like an anniversary sub, a bit like the 50th anniversary Siege Well of the Red Writing, which I think is a very unique and different piece, but I just don't know how they'd make it.
And by the way,
different.
70 is an anniversary, but 75 sounds a little bit more significant, doesn't it?
Doesn't sound as big.
Yeah, but 75 does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Your mum's still chatting away, by the way, Kaylee. I'm just letting you know. Imaginarium. I love the Zenith Chronomaster. What does the panel think of Zenith?
I like a Zenith watch.
Are you aware of Zenith as a brand? Ben, is that something you've come across?
Heard of them, not really seen much of their watches.
Go take a look, though. Yeah. Go take a look. I really like Zenith.
Yeah.
And actually, I do like the Chronomasters. And actually, the one I do, is it the Defy? What's the one with the exposed workings and... Oh,
like the skeleton. Like
yeah. James, bring up the Zenith website for me. Defy?
A Defy Classic.
Yeah, Defy Classic. There we go.
This guy here.
Yeah, this guy there. Pop him up. Yeah, go, click on it again. I think really, really nice. And look at the price, £6,700. And let's not forget... a Zenith Daytona. I mean, they made the movements once upon a time, didn't they, for a Daytona? So heritage is there. I think they're great watches, a Zenith.
Rubbish box.
Well, that's the outer box, James. Might be nice inside. So anyway, that's an up from us, isn't it? We see a few of them in the office, don't we?
Yeah. We don't get them in that often, but we do get them in.
Yeah. Let's have a little look. The next question for you is, it's actually from my team. Okay, Steve from my team asked this because we were chatting about it the other day. He goes, if Spencer, who obviously isn't here once again, was not in the watch trade now, what would he be doing? Kaylee, what would you say Spencer would be doing if he wasn't in the watch trade?
Property.
I think property. I think he would be a developer.
Yeah, so do I.
I think he'd be building houses. He's got a very big eye for detail.
Yeah, very.
I know he's really enjoying the new project of the new. We've got new showroom offices coming.
Oh, nice.
Having only just made new showroom offices during lockdown. He's gone again. It's going to be
bigger and better, but also he loves like the designing, like, do you know what I mean? Like the smallest detail down to like the colour of a cupboard. Do you know what I mean? Like he
as
really
James said, his red room.
Yeah.
I would say if anybody is going to have the pleasure of coming down to see BQ watches in the early part of next year, you're in for something special, because it's going to be a different retail experience for watches than you've ever come across. Yeah. It really is. And that's not, bigging it up too much, Spence. No. Don't let us down now. An estate agent, says Valencia. He'd be in Magic Mike, says Greggy Boy. Unlikely. Be on the street. It's from Artist and Curation. What does Kaylee think of the Rolex Eye of the Tiger?
I like it on an Oyster Flex, yellow gold.
Yellow gold on an Oyster Flex.
Yeah, love it.
Is it out of order to say that the one that you once had in stock with all the diamonds, I think is the ugliest watch I've ever seen in history? And it had a price tag of £500,000.
I think it's very unique. So I think it's, do you know what I mean? Like for what that person to
very politically correct.
Who, me?
That was very good.
No, but
it's the ugliest watch I've ever seen.
Okay, but somebody out there will like it. Some people will hate a Moonswatch.
Yeah, but a Moonswatch, they're dropping 207 quid on an Eye of the Tiger with diamonds all over. They're dropping £500,000.
Yeah, true.
But you're right. There's a lid for every box, as they say.
Is.
Yeah, absolutely. Question number 9. Is Gav going to buy the Tudor Pelagos 39? I got to slow down.
Yeah, you really
yes, I have been in to see my AD.
You have to slow down,
and I have asked for one, but I have got the Black Bay Pro, but I do want the Pelagos 39 as well. But I am starting to reassess the whole situation, Ben. Do you know when enough is enough? Do you ever get that with trainers?
Not really.
You don't?
No, I don't think I do. I'm in the same boat as you, just with the trainer side.
But do you not think because the trainers are a pricing point where it kind of, in a very nicest possible way, if you dropped 200 quid or 150 quid, all right, it's okay. But when you're dropping 4s or 5s or 6s, all of a sudden it starts to add up very quickly when you realise what you've ended up with.
Yeah, that's different league, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm starting to sort of, So anyway, the truth is I do want to buy one, but we'll have to wait and see. Question number 10 from Dr. Mexicoli, or Mexicoe. What's harder, getting a new Rolex from the AD or Spencer turning up for his own live stream? And that was before we even knew he wasn't coming on.
It's a tough one, that.
I think it's a tough one. What would you get? I think it's Spencer coming on live stream.
I'd still pick the AD because, Gav, you haven't got one in 2 years at least. I mean, he's missed a few.
I am properly cursed.
No, don't worry so much, I think.
I am properly cursed. I've never sold anything, and I'm properly cursed.
The funny thing is you actually keep them.
Spencer not there. What was that? You had the tall desk on. I'm reading back comments now that were on the screen ages ago. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I would say it's still harder to get a watch from an AD because Spencer, let me tell you, Spencer, you better be turning up next week because we've got a very, very special guest on and we're super excited to have Brittany join us. Question number 11 from Spenlex. Are there many 16760s on the Jubilee around on the trade scene? OG Coke.
Not loads.
There aren't, are they? Because I've been asking you as well, haven't I?
They're not. No, we don't get many through.
Yeah.
But obviously,
I think the point
they're
is
so different.
When they do come in, they go straight out, don't they? There's always a market.
Always.
Boss levels. I'm wearing trainers. I paid £90. I looked again for them. They're £650. What happened? Boss levels. Well, tell us what the trainers are, and we'll probably tell you the reason why.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw them before, and I thought, I bet. Where are the Union J's?
I don't know, but James, that's really good that after I finished with Ben, you decided to bring up all the pictures.
While he was speaking.
Did you? When I was really all involved?
Love it.
Oh, James, you're just so good. Seriously, if only the internet worked, we'd be all right.
Paid attention.
Jeez, that's fantastic. Do let us know what those trainers were. I forgot which question I was up to
11.
now. 11. Question number 11. We've done that. Question number 12 from Ads Donnelly. Do you believe the rumour that Rolex... Oh, it's obviously in there twice. Should we do the question again? Oh, by the way, didn't the RF Rafa Nadal... I mean, he wasn't out of the business yet, but Richard Mille. They made a special watch for him, and they've done it for other people. Maybe they'll do... I
don't know what you're on about. I'm so sorry.
Rafa Nadal was a tennis player.
Oh, right.
And Richard Mille made a watch.
See, the one that was crying?
RF. Yeah, he was crying.
No.
Wasn't that lovely?
No,
it was lovely. Is Nike Air Max Winter Mids Camo Green?
Oh, wow. Yeah, rare pair.
Rare pair?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's purely down to availability. Like, you would have bought that and, like, all of a sudden just none about... Or they've all been bought up.
They've all been bought up.
Basically. And the market's just gone crazy.
Hey, Boss Levels as well. By the way, he's a buyer over here. There's a price for everything. Not if they're that knackered and worn out.
Yeah, used to a certain point.
Yeah.
Right, okay. You mean like used, like worn once?
That would be good.
Yeah.
I doubt they have been worn once. If they have, let me know. But
yeah. We've got a super chat from Muhammad Ali for £44.99. I don't think we haven't had a super chat for just forever. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much. Gavin, you're not cursed. I've been waiting 679 days for a Pepsi from my AD, and I've known my sales assistant for 10 years.
Wow.
Shut up.
Muhammad Ali, you and I need to have lunch, my friend. I'm buying. We can swap stories. Have you got like a counting clock? 679 days. That's incredible. Wow. Boss Level says he's wearing his trainers. Thank you very much for the super chat, Muhammad Ali. That's very, very kind of you. Right. Uncle John says, Muhammad Ali, keep the faith, Oyster or Jubilee. Yep. Or BQ watches. I think we're kind of out of time.
Yeah.
I think we ran well over to 9:20 tonight, which is breaking records. Guys, if you haven't done so already, the algorithmic gods of YouTube freaking hate our channel. No question. We've been stuck on 4,700 subscribers. I shit you not, for 9 months. We haven't moved. We go up 1, we go down 2, we go up 1. So I'm going to ask you all to take the live stream from tonight, get on all your social media channels, click the share button and share it on every piece of social media you have. And let's see if we can get another 5 subscribers by next week. That is my I was going for 10 grand by Christmas. 10. I was going for 10,000 by Christmas last year, and we've gone up by 600.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing. Seriously, what are we doing? But thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you so much, Ben.
Thank you guys. It's been really interesting.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. And by the way, Pastor Trainer's over a sec. Thank you so much for the going home presents. That's very nice of you.
You've only got one.
I'll swap. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's probably worth more than the watch. And I'll give you a watch in exchange because I can pick up another one of those.
There we go.
No, but it's been great having you on. We wish you every success with trend _supply _.
Yeah, 2 underscores.
Don't forget the 2 underscores. It's been great having you on. Wish you every success with your business.
Thank you very much.
And do come back and show us some more of your stock.
Absolutely.
And if you ever want to buy a watch.
Yeah. If you have any punters for watches, I might know someone.
There we go.
Kaylee, I might have someone for you who's got punters for watches.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
Absolutely.
All righty.
Thank you, guys.
Great chance. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Kaylee, thank you so much for just being the absolute star and legend of this. I think, by the way, I saw a complaint from someone saying that Kaylee is not in the title sequence enough.
Oh,
I'm thinking that now has come the time that we remove Spencer from the titles and just basically populate it from you. Yeah. I saw that everybody's changed their channels from names. I think it should be That Watch Girl London.
I agree.
Okay, and we should demo that for a few months until we can coerce Spencer to coming back on his own. Coerce Spencer to coming back on. Thank you very much, guys. And if you haven't dealt with us yet, it's only a matter of time. See you next week.
See you later.
Bye.